we called ourselves Rage Against the Machine, a band who is as well known for our albums as we are for our fierce opposition to the U.S. war machine, white supremacy, and exploitation. A band whose songs drove alternative radio to new heights while right-wing media companies tried to purge every song we ever wrote from the airwaves. A band who wrote rebel songs in an abandoned industrial warehouse in the valley that would later dethrone Simon Cowell's X Factor pop monopoly to occupy the #1 spot on the UK charts and have the most downloaded song in the UK history. What am I even reading right now?
What you are reading is a guy that loves the smell of his own farts and is so stupid that he cannot see the irony in they dethroned a Simon Cowell pop thing. Look, we're such underdogs that we were the #1 thing here. And calling yourself Rage Against the Machine. Oh, we're anti-white supremacy. Oh, we're anti the U.S. war machine. Didn't you support Barack Obama, the only president who was at war every single day of his career? Weren't you guys pro Joe Biden, the guy who's done everything in his power to make sure the U.S. gets into a war with Russia? They're like, the right-wing radio, they won't play us. Wait, what? Oh, you mean people that have talk shows won't play music? These people, Rush Limbaugh, a guy that talks for 3 hours, didn't play our songs. He doesn't play anyone's songs. You freaking moron! This is stuff that stupid people read, and they go, "Heck yeah, bro! Yeah, you fight that fight!" Then they put their fists in the air, and what they really should do is pick up a rock and just bash their head into it. Because the only thing they're good for is breaking rocks with their stupid brain. You have to have a brain damage to write something like that and not feel embarrassed. Like this almost feels like a parody. It's something that I would write to make fun of them. Like they're known for their opposition to the U.S. war machine, white supremacy, and exploitation, but none of the views that they hold are they're not views that are held by anything with power. Everything that they oppose with the exception of the war machine, but they don't really oppose the war machine. They're just anti-George Bush because he was a Republican. Say what you want about George Bush, but it's not like he was much different than Bill Clinton or Barack Obama. They were just anti this guy doing a war. Anyone else, it was like Al Franken. Al Franken was anti-war until it was on his team's favor. He's like, well, I don't like the way they went about it. That's what Rage Against the Machine is. All of their views, they're held by Apple, they're held by Disney, they're held by Amazon, Starbucks, McDonald's, name any major corporation. They're anti-exploitation. Tom Morello told this story about when he went to Disneyland and someone called him a commander of the resistance or a general of the resistance. You're at Disneyland. You want to talk about exploitation? You are at Disneyland. This is exploitation capital of the world. This guy is so embarrassing. Tom Morello, you belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it is the most hollow, soulless, phony industry, organization, whatever you want to call it. It is where they put a fake crown on the heads of people that either push music nonsense like Fetty Wap, or people that have been around for so long they feel that they need to give them a ceremonial award. Judas Priest got it after how many years? It's like when they gave Jack Palance an Academy Award for being in that movie City Slickers. It's because they thought Jack Palance was going to die in the next few days, so they gave him an award. Everyone knows that that's what these award ceremonies are for. Tom Morello, I'll never get tired of hating this band because their music sucks and the people in it are so much worse. Do you know about their protest concert?
No, but there is more to the quote. But
No.
on.
Yeah. This is important because this shows you how out of touch and pathetic these people are. So they did a concert where they stood silently.
Oh, naked, right?
For an hour and a half in protest.
That was their whole set.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
And they this is the thing about this protest where it just really shines a light on how pathetic and tone deaf they are. So let's say that they're protesting something that is worth protesting. Okay, maybe it's a valid cause. It's coming from Rage Against the Machine. They were probably protesting like a raise for like widowed women or something because I hate them and they suck. But you have people it's a Rage Against the Machine concert, so it's not $5 at the local bar. It was probably expensive. And yes, they gave everyone a full refund, but still, these are people that they spent a lot of money. They did what they could to get the time off, to get away from whatever duties they had. Not everyone going there has a 9 to 5. They probably had to take a day off from work, which cost them some money. They had to go down to the venue. They had to set time aside for that. They didn't get reimbursed for the gas. They said this whole night, like everything was leading up to this. Yes. And then they're protesting something that most of these people probably don't care about. They were really protesting the audience because it's not like, we're going to do another show right after this, so stick around or something. And people are like, okay, I guess we'll stick around. No, it's you can see us on the next tour. I can't see you on the next tour. I have work at that time. I have other obligations. This was the only time I could get away. This was a middle finger to the hard-working people that came out to support this band. And they did this protest not for their fans, but for the media empire that supports the war machine. They did it so the media would shine their lights and their cameras on this band, bring attention to these phonies, the same media that pushes that war machine. Tom, you're so anti this war machine, you revel in the same media that pushes it. You are part of the machine. You always have been. You are a fraud, Tom Morello, and anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together knows it. Rage Against the Machine is the fakest band on the entire planet, and all of their songs are terrible. Low effort power chords and a wah-wah pedal. Wow! Oh, a pentatonic riff. Holy cow! No one's ever done that before. Oh, and you got some rap going on. Wow, and you've made your rock even worse. Good job, Rage Against the Machine. You are worse than Limp Bizkit. Gosh!
So let's put them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And they earned it.
Well, that was a nice nuanced take about Tom Morello, which is very fair and well-deserving. I appreciate that, AC. That was very well done and quite eloquent, I might add.